Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQOA Nostalgia here, and welcome back to North. We're joined once again by Mrs. Nostalgia.
Hi, everybody.
And we actually made our way out to the Highwayman. I was wrong once again. That's kind of becoming a reoccurring theme here on the channel. So I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to yield when she says that something was there. We're just going to go with it from now on. Because I was sitting here after the last video, guys, I had the map open, and I was looking at this. I was like, man, you know, if I was a Highwayman or a bandit, right here would be a great place to set up shop.
Yep.
And sure enough, that's where they are. Now, in my defense, you know, I was thinking they would have been like over here or somewhere back over here. It didn't make sense for them to be in the front because it's so well defended. We got a tower there and everything. But no, yeah, they're further down here. So instead of just running past that and running off, we decided we'd come here.
Yeah.
And we're on her warrior shine. I don't know, did I mention that already? This is take like 20 because we keep messing up. But we're on her warrior.
That's okay.
This is shine, y'all. Whoop. There we go.
Hi.
And she made her shortly after her wizard,
Yes.
if I recall right. I was gone for a little while because my PlayStation 2 was out of commission. My cousin actually drug it down, pulled the network cord down. Yeah, and it broke.
Yeah.
But it, you know, it's kind of sad. He had cancer in his leg, so he couldn't lift his leg up right, and he knocked it over. Obviously, you're not going to get mad at somebody for something like that.
No.
But I ended up playing Wind Waker for like a month, and then she created this character here.
Yep.
And somebody else was kind of trying to take my position of her buddy, and I wasn't having none of it. But I just remember that feeling, because we weren't really serious at the time, but I just remember I wanted to get back to her. Because I was like, oh,
we were doing a lot of quests together and stuff, and
well,
then you just all of a sudden disappeared.
I missed you. I was like, you know, it wasn't serious, but it was at that point, everybody knows what I'm talking about, where you miss the person. It's like, oh man, I miss her. And then when I came back, sure enough, I'm like, uh-oh. But yeah, this is Highwayman. I just thought it was funny to put that story out there.
Yeah.
I think we've told it before, but. And this is where that gnome harassed you.
Yes, where that naughty gnome was.
Whoever you are, mister.
I wish I could remember his
Whoever
name.
you are, we remember you. We're gonna get you one of these days. No.
One of these days.
I don't remember his name. I got banned. He didn't, and it's because
that was not right.
I took the bait. You know, he did, and this is what you would do when you taunted, right? You would point, and then it had a flash, didn't it?
Yep.
So he goaded me, and I'm like, fine, and I just came out as swinging, and I got a ban.
He wouldn't leave my leg alone.
Yep, he sure wouldn't.
No.
All right. Anyway, who was it? Zatosia that banned me? Zadia? Was it the same one that married us, right?
I think so, yeah.
Zadia or something?
Zahida or something like that.
All I know is nobody liked this person because they had to be the one to enforce the rules, and nobody likes that, right? But to be fair, she couldn't tell.
No.
She wasn't here. All she could do, guys, was look at the chat log and be like, ooh, you were very naughty.
Yeah,
Time out, sir.
Yeah, he didn't cuss at you or anything. You did
the
cussing.
I cussed. He just did a bunch of emotes. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do to get my blood language. Yeah. I was a little protective, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So here's your standard highway thug. I always like that like tabard or whatever you would want to call it. It's just your standard chainmail, guys. I don't remember like level 17 or something,
cool,
but I always thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It's simple, basic. It's not like uncommon or anything, but I always thought it was cool. Were there any bosses in here that we were looking for?
I don't think so. I think
we just kind
of.
of.
I would go in and I'd pull them all out, and we were power leveling.
Oh shoot! Let's see. We can just kind of con everything. I could have done it in the map while we were looking at it.
Yeah, you could have.
That probably would have been a little bit smarter. But yeah, this was just a place you go to get XP, really.
Yeah,
loot wasn't a big concern at this point for us, I don't think. Did the ceremonial vestment drop here? I think it dropped from just the original bandits in Bandit Hills, but
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it dropped for these guys. Guys, let us know in the comment section if the ceremonial vestment dropped here. I said before that the Bloodfoot bandits, it dropped too over near Mount Hatespike. I don't know if that's accurate. I could have been mistaken, but
when it's been so long since we played, it's hard to remember everything.
Exactly.
Like
I'm not going to go all the way back there, but yeah, it's really tough to recall all that stuff.
Years later, and many games in between later, you know.
Time. Yeah. I did it again. I did it again. I'm not even gonna make mention of it anymore when I make rhymes. I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's like every single video I listen back, I'm like, dude, stop doing that. I swear it's unintentional. I remember this little gully, this little gulch or whatever you want to call it. There were mobs down here, right?
Yes,
Lionesses or whatever. Mm-hmm.
There were earth gnomes and stuff. Yeah.
Earth gnomes?
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
This earth elements that
oh, earth elementals.
magicians get. Yes.
Yes,
Remember
earth
them
gnomes.
walking
I'm like,
around in there?
I think you mixed that with my gnome mage.
I think so.
Okay, but I seem to remember you would get
Earth.
stuck.
Did I say earth? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I seem to remember you would get stuck and you couldn't get out of here, right?
No.
Maybe
Yeah.
there was a way to get out.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No, you could get out.
Gosh. Yeah, you kind
Well,
of.
I don't know. Maybe it was because the mobs would tear you to shreds if you came down here.
And
I feared
think
this.
That just went through to the other side of the mountain.
Does it?
I think so.
It goes through to it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna speed it up and just try to zip through and see.
Yeah,
All right.
see?
Well, hold on. That was a lot shorter of a journey than I was prepared for.
Didn't really
We're
need
taking
the
a
sound.
journey, folks. Nope. I was like going in my mind. It was gonna be an epic adventure, but it just took me right through. It's like a ditch, really. It just separates one little gully from the other. How did I forget that? We had to come through here for a quest. Did we have to trigger this for the luck down here? Was it the luck or was it the Feykind staff? Oh man, there was a trigger over here, I swear. And it was a pain in the butt because you would go through one and it wouldn't have it, but the other one did.
Well, maybe somebody can remember.
I'm just, dude, I'm getting fragmented memories of, oh yeah.
Isn't that terrible? It's like,
one of these would trigger it and the other one didn't. And this was, there must have been a teleport here for druids or an evac at least. So it would have been Trails End evac? I don't know. Huh. At any rate, I don't know where we're going next. I think we're going to go to Jachin's Redoubt. Alright, change of plans, people. We're on a mission to go find that bed. She was pointing it out to me.
I believe that's where it was.
The bed. The bed! It's eluded me for many years. It will no longer elude me. Alright, so check it out, guys. All the way down at the end of the trail, you've got this place here with Two-Eyed Jack.
Yeah, that was a quest.
I remember Two-Eyed Jack being a part of a quest, and we must have done it a number of times, so it's something like an armor quest, something serious, where you did it over and over again.
Yeah.
I do remember that. So this is that little village we were talking about in the other video. At Trail's End, I kept saying Trail's End or something, Fran's Hope or whatever. This is it. The bed is somewhere over in this general area, right? It's got to be somewhere over in here.
Yeah.
So we're going to make our way over there and try to see if we can find it, but we're going to speed up.
Yeah, hopefully it's still there and they didn't take it out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Let's go check. Alright guys, well I don't see it. And she's saying she thinks they took it out because
I think so.
I showed it to her. She just reminded me, somebody showed it to me and then I showed it to her. I swear it was over here somewhere. I'm going to keep looking for it guys, but I don't want to put everybody to sleep by looking for it.
I don't know if night or day makes a difference because when you
When
showed
the bed shows
me,
up?
it was daytime.
You think maybe it comes out during the day and not
I
at
don't
night?
know.
I don't know if they would put all that into it. Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was somewhere over here, and it was tied to the quest over here, and some wizard put the bed up there for some reason. I don't know. But it was somewhere out here. And this village was connected to it, but I want to swing into here real quick, because some people probably have good memory of Two-Eyed Jack in this place over here. Let's see. Salman Dinar, I don't remember that. Tacklemeister. Oh, Tacklemeister. Meister, I said.
Oh.
We turned the music off. I'm going to be doing the music differently because it was kind of loud.
Two-Eyed Jack.
Yep. It was kind of loud before, guys, so we're kind of changing that. There we go. The controller was like not wanting to move for whatever reason. There he is. I don't remember what he's for. Somebody can let us know in the comments, though, I'm sure. Could we open that chest? Nope, it was just part of the decoration. But yep, there's not really anything else over here. I'm not sure where Jachin's Redoubt is. I think it's right over there, actually. It's not too far away from here. But we're just going to, since we spent so much time going around, we're going to go ahead and zip. That's funny. We saw one guard in the last video that was guard Leon. I said Leon. It was Leon. And then we've got Valentine.
Valentine.
The Resident Evil fans are like,
yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump ahead. So we've made our way to Jachin's. I'm not sure how to even say that. Jachin's. I don't remember this place, do you?
Vaguely.
I don't. I'm sure I came in here, but I don't remember this. What I remember was the lair place. And I'm pretty sure that's what most other people remember. But this might have been for a quest or something. I don't really want to spend too much time over here. I just wanted to take a look at it real quick. Because I just typed in the Jachin to come over here.
And this is where it brought
me. And I'm like, okay. And then I looked at the map, and it's like, oh, all right. The place where I used to go is you follow the river down to that village right over there, guys. But, yeah, I guess it just wasn't really a concern. You know, we
just preferred the XP over here.
Yeah, there was probably better loot over here that people knew about. We didn't. Oh, hold on. This is all wrong. It's all wrong. All right, that's better.
Yeah.
Now, this place is kind of creepy because they're all undead in here. I don't know what happened over here. I seem to recall that the whole place was murdered, or I don't know. Somebody came through here and wiped them out, but they're all undead. There was some sort of curse that happened. I don't know. They even had skeletal hounds, so everything over here was turned undead. And just the kind of like green stuff that's coming off the ground, it looks like it's almost been poisoned.
Scotty Lear. It was a good place to XP.
Yep. It sure was. And then you had Chandelier, get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was another one I think called Chantelier. Oh, Rex, I remember him.
The wolf.
Wow, that's right. There was one that was, and he stands out because he wasn't undead. He's just a normal woofy. What's up? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was a special spawn. I think he roamed back and forth between the camps, right? You had to watch out for Rex, if I recall. Because if you weren't paying attention, you can get people killed.
Yeah, that's funny.
What? What is that? That's not a human model, is it? Okay, so that's got to be a ogre or a troll or something. It's a little bit stocky, right? Maybe a barbarian. Yeah, that's a barbarian. Mm-hmm. Yep. So them must have been some sort of barbarian settlement, and things just went wrong. Skeletal smithy. We spent so much time over here. Oh, Fido. Okay, so there was another one over here. Isn't this a bear?
Rex?
No, that's not a bear. Of course,
it's another wolf.
Skeletal hound just chilling over there in the corner. But this place, all the places that had undead, you had to really watch it because you could pull ads so fast your head would spin. Amanda Johns, I just remember the Lears. But yeah, there's definitely a story here, and I'm sure somebody knows it. So please leave it in the comments. Karen Johns, Timmy Johns. Look at little Timmy. They got little Timmy.
And he is little. That's funny.
So we made our way to Fork Watch, and I wanted to highlight this area. And it's kind of we were gonna go over to Dark Solace first, and then make our way along through there. But Fork Watch, you know.
This place was the first time I was introduced to a slime.
Yep, right down the road from here. The green goo got her.
And it killed me.
So she hates green goo as much as I hate magpies because they humiliated the both of us. Yeah. You were in a group when that happened, weren't you?
No, I was by myself.
Oh, you were? Okay.
See,
I was humiliated.
There.
I was absolutely humiliated in front of an audience of friends in real life and people in Nariak because the place was bumping. The game was new.
I think people saw, you know. No one helped.
Maybe.
It's dying. It's like,
She's like, I think someone saw, but no one helped. It's just sad, man. Come on, we need to keep the energy up here. I'm just kidding.
Stay on the road, they said.
Nancy could get round, they said. Until
I
the
stayed
slime...
on the road and I got killed.
Oh, you were on the road when that happened?
Yeah. The slime happened to go across.
Wait
it
a minute.
Went,
How did this fact elude me until now? I thought you were on, like, running through the hills or whatever.
No.
Really? I always like their starting garb. It's the coolest.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man, I didn't know you were on the road and you got killed.
Went out this door here.
All right, we gotta take the trek here. Well, you were coming from here, right?
Yep, went
And
down the road.
making your merry way
back,
down.
Went right about there.
Right about here, you got killed?
That's where I got killed.
No, there were no slimes over here, were
Oh,
there?
there was a slime.
Wow, I could have sworn it was a corroded slime. See, the way I remember it, here we go again. She's probably right, guys. Just believe her. In my memory, let's go to the false version I have in my head, folks, just for, the sake of entertainment. Somewhere over here in my brain, the missus was attacked by a corroded slime.
No.
And killed.
It was just as I exited, went around the bend a little bit, and there he was.
Well, you know why I probably assumed it was over here? Because they were over here. I remember seeing them over here before. But yeah,
and
I believe
because
you.
I was just starting, it only took like 2 hits to kill me. I didn't even make it to the guards.
Brutal. I remember this place too. There was one of the guys over here was blind or something, right?
Yes.
And he was a quest giver, and I don't remember what he was for. Nope, I just don't.
Where is he at?
Don't rightly recall. I don't know, but he was somewhere over here. But before we make our way over to,
He's in one of those buildings.
I want to go to the Saltmines, but guys, I don't want to skip this over here. There's a couple things I want to show before we make our way there. This over here is another spire. See? Isn't that interesting?
I always liked it.
Yeah. So the elves were building this, obviously, because we've learned that the elves were putting these all around Tunaria.
Right.
And in EverQuest 2, the gods get angry at everybody, and I think these stop working. And that causes all sorts of trouble. Because just imagine, like, if the airport everywhere just shut down and nobody could get around anywhere, and yeah, it caused a lot of problems, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the lore is fascinating, I do like it, but it's kind of fragmented. One of my subs was telling me, I'm going to put his name up on the screen, I can't remember, I think it's Rezakai. He was telling me that, yeah, the beta had a completely different, for EverQuest 1, it had a different lore, and then for like law purposes, they changed it once the game came out proper. But EQOA was already being worked on. So our lore was already kind of added, and then when it was changed, they were like, oh, and they kind of left it in, some of it in there. So our lore is kind of lost lore that wasn't really ever supposed to be out there, I guess. That's how I could be wrong. Maybe I mistook what he was saying, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And over here, this is where I got lionware infection.
Our lionware infection, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scoopster and Kakahara from Shades of Grey brought me out here to help me. Somewhere along here. And you would have were-lions all over the place.
I miss them.
So do I. I miss that guild. It's the only guild that, I don't know, that I really remember that much. I remember other guilds. I can't say I don't, but I remember them fondly.
Yes.
Way back in the day. And they were pretty popular.
Yeah, they were.
On Shades of Grey. On Castle Lightwolf, Shades of Grey was pretty well known, and now I don't really see anybody claiming to be from that guild. It's like the whole guild just kind of dissolved and just stopped. Hey, there's my lion form. Isn't that it? Well, that was part of it. Yep, that's not the lion wear, obviously, but that was one of the forms that you got. Mm-hmm. And I think we had to unlock those through CMs, didn't we? All the different forms and whatnot? Yeah, I think so. So here's Dark Solace, y'all. Now, if you were evil, this is where you would go instead of Forkwatch, right?
Yeah.
So it was a little bit more difficult for you. It just wasn't as close to things that were more popular. And the developers were conscious of that. They probably were saying, well, let's make it a little bit of more of a pain for them to have to walk over to a popular spot like Solace.
Disciple of Plague.
They must be following Bertoxilus, I think is the god's name. Real evil dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got to fight him. I know we fought Kazakh Thule in this game. And of course we got nasty looking, infectious pool of nasties. I don't even know. Where was it? Okay, yep, that's right. Here it is. Here's that false wall that everybody remembers so fondly. Now, I was watching somebody talk about this place, and they were saying you wouldn't want to shout in here. I don't remember that. Like, people would yell at you for sure because they were like, shh, shh. We don't want anybody to know that we're over here.
Oh.
It was just like this weird unwritten rule thing. I don't really remember that. I guess I kind of vaguely do. Like, oh, this place is secret, but nobody was telling me to be quiet.
Right.
I don't remember that one here. Pestilence guys. And then you had this stupid, like, mosquito statues, like, part of their cult or
Dragonfly.
whatever. Yeah, dragonfly.
And there's a coach.
I always thought she was kind of weird. She's just bald. She's just chilling back here, no hair.
Hey, now to each his own.
I know. But it's like, what the heck? I always thought it was kind of weird. If somebody was bald or their hair was like blue or pink or something, it was like, if a female being all bald, it just always kind of was like,
Yeah.
you don't see that very often. But then again, when you go down into Moradham, you might meet a few lass with beards. We've seen strange things here in Tunaria. I remember this guy over here. Yep. Yeah. See, there's your purple hair.
They're so cool looking.
Some people hate them. With a burning passion, they hate this new model.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I like
I always thought they were pretty cool, but if you take a look at the old troll models and then the new ones, yeah, I can see why people got mad. The old trolls look vicious, and I don't know, they just have more of a realistic look going on to them. And yeah, the same thing happened with EverQuest 1. When they changed it, everybody lost their minds and got angry. But yeah, I don't know. I think the new models are cool. I think the old models are cool, but they are certainly very, very different. Old ones are savage, new ones are kind of cartoony. I don't remember these. Oh yeah, that's right. They were like Easter Island or something, just kind of sticking out over here. And then this led over. I can't skip this place. Everything inside me is like, go to the Solace, go to the Solace. No.
I was just gonna say,
I can't do
what
it.
What happened to Solace?
I'm being pulled. They're pulling me over to, come on. That's right. Giants, Cyclops.
Yep.
You know, I said Giants. It's the Cyclops guy. He was looking like he was doing a little dance there.
That's hideous. Wow.
They are. They're pretty ugly. Now, the Cyclops from EverQuest 1, they're really funny looking. I like that anime. I like their model. I haven't shown it to you. I'll show it to you after. But I'm going to throw it in there so these guys can see it.
Yeah.
There's something special about those old goofy models that I really like. These ones... I'm sorry, go ahead.
We used to camp out here too.
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
And over by the wall.
Big time. Now, this place, I think, once Frontiers came out, guys, you could...
Ungla.
you could go through, what was it? Unglocks Gate or something. Muglocks Gate.
Wall or something
Muglocks or Urglocks, yeah. I don't know. It's some wall. You could go through it. Nunny. Yeah, I remember him. But you could go through and enter into Wraith Mountains, I believe.
Right.
Look. It's funny. He looks like Sloth.
Oh my gosh.
Sloth! I never noticed that. I was like, he looks like Sloth. What?
I'll leave it to you to think that.
Dude, come on, man. Everybody knows the Goonies, and I've seen this for years, and I never made that connection. So as you can see, we've made our way back to Fork Watch, and you know, it's just not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right trying to make your way out to Solace.
No.
Without coming from Fork Watch, or, you know, and just kind of zerging across the field. I don't know. Plus, I'd probably overshoot it by a country mile.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to do that. Of course, we could just zip straight over there by entering Solace or something like that.
Yeah.
No, you just put in Solace. And it would come up with one of the Solace dudes, and you just zip right over there. But there were two places to Solace to show. Yeah. There was the castle-like area, which we went to a lot as well. And then there was the mines themselves. Actually, there was three places. There was the docks. See, there's the castle over there.
I used to hang out at this little tower a lot by myself, and farm the 3 little sills that were in there.
Yeah. I
One
remember
downstairs and I think 2 or 3 upstairs. I don't remember.
I remember you pulling this entire place.
Oh yeah.
When you hopped onto Care Bears, forget it. You put Ava on. You took off all your gear, threw on Ava.
Didn't want to spend money on
No, you didn't
repairs.
have to do it. It was a moot point. It was just ridiculous. I mean, she was so insane at doing what she needed. Oh wow, here's your battle bone, guys. I remember them on here too. Yeah.
Like I said, did a lot of power leveling, and I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it.
I
My brain would have went. I remember. Yeah, I remember when we first got together. I went to work, came home, and you were still grinding, and one of the same people was still with you. You know, other people rotated out, but usually you would have one dedicated elf that was there for the long haul, man.
Yeah, they were.
And you had to tip your fedora to those guys, like, yeah.
Then they would try and give me loot for repairs, and I would say, no, you keep it, you know.
Yeah, because you're trying to help them out,
Yeah.
you know. Yep. So you, in a way, did what you could to try to keep the game going. There were people like you doing that, while there were other people who were trying to dupe and take credit for shutting the game down. I'm not going to name names, but some people seem to think that that's something to brag on. I don't.
Right.
I think that what you did by power leveling people out of the goodness of your own heart, I think that was something that...
Yeah, and then when they would reach past the level gap on this, then we would move to a camp that would then give them more XP.
Right.
So that's how long I would, power level.
I'm just saying, there's two different... There's two different opposing forces here.
If this ever opens again, I'll do it again.
Right, yeah. And that's going to happen too. This ever opens again, we'll have our trolls and we'll have our jerks, and then we'll have people like her who power level people and don't expect stacks.
No.
That's the difference. But anyway, I don't want to make this negative. It just kind of irritates me how some people are. It's like, this game's been gone for a while. Some people just kind of need a little bit of growing up. So yeah, anywho, this whole place... just pulling this whole area, I just remember you, like, all of it. And sometimes I felt bad because people would kind of come over to camp, and I was like, we would leave the front room for people, though. And it wasn't too busy over here.
Yeah.
But I do remember when you weren't power level.
The other one was more camp than this one.
Yep, that's true. It was because people wanted to loot over there. I think there was something that dropped. It wasn't the click sticks that dropped over there, was it? There was some weapon that was like a baton, like that dropped down there.
It was down.
Was it?
Below, just as you were going to the spider rats and stuff, and the vampire. Remember in there?
Yeah. So coming over here would kind of be like, you would maybe get some pretty good loot over here, right? Because there were drops that were zone wide. They also added a global loot table, which added tons of loot, and probably, honestly, for being real, muddied up all the good drops even more. It made it harder to get them because they added stuff that just wasn't as worthwhile. Oh, I'm turned around already in here.
Yeah, sure are.
Hold on for a second. I gotta think here. Where was the exit?
Out that door. We gotta go back out as you came in. No, that was up. That way.
Yep, and then around. All right, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
See, I remember that.
Totally. Okay, so now this was the, and then you would just come straight through here.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and zip over here quicker. But yeah, once they added that global loot, it was insane. And you guys, if you were to look at the file, because I think there's a file that contains all of that information where they've got, it's got all the loot drops from the old guide. You'll see what I mean. There was lots of loot. They don't really do that much in MMOs anymore. You'll have like gear sets, and then everybody kind of looks the same. And I'm kind of repeating myself.
People would stand out here, and I would go in and grab almost the whole entire camp.
Yep. The whole front area.
And I'd bring them all out.
I don't want to go in there just yet. Let's zip over here to the docks real quick. This is a place that we didn't really camp too often. I don't have much memories of being over here, but we did used to come over here. And wasn't there a skeletal dog somewhere over here? I thought there was a necromancer over here with a skeletal dog. Oh, they got smugglers over here?
Yeah, I remember the Sandstorm.
Huh. Maybe the necromancers would just summon some sort of skeletal pet. That's what I remember. I don't know. It's been such a long time, I can't recall all these little details. But yeah, this place, in terms of camps, it's probably like top 3 for me. It's really high up there. They changed it too. They revamped it. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys to see. I'll have all that information. But they revamped it. I can't remember exactly what they changed down here. I think they put the Bride of Mistmore in here, right?
Yeah.
That's what they must have done. And then they put some werehunter stuff in here. Yes, they did. I remember having to come here for my lionware infection, and there was this guy you had to escort out of here. And he could get killed by the Solace, I think, or somebody was trying to kill him, and you'd have to walk him out. Do you remember that? You'd have to escort him up these stairs.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
There's 2 things I remember about
I remember
Solace.
that.
2 things really stick out. Is that lionware quest and Tom Petty.
What a pain in the butt they were, too.
Because I always used to listen to Tom Petty back in the day.
Petty.
Yes, I had like a mix of stuff, and for some reason, I was on a Tom Petty kick when I was down here. I don't know what that was all about. But yep, over here, I think he was in here, and we had to bust him out of here, right?
Yeah.
Because this room really stands out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this room must have been for lionware. There was something in here we had to do.
Was it in there or another one down?
It could have been a little bit further down, but it was in a room just like that one. Yep.
Yeah.
It was something just like that, because there's no other room over here. So now we're starting to get down into... Oh, yeah. Wow. I know I'm not the only one who's going, wow.
Yeah.
This was a great spot to camp. You would stand here and just kind of claim this room. It was good to claim this. They would link really easily in here, though. But what are you going to do? Yep. Over here, there was a spot you could get stuck, I think, on the salt. There was something you could get stuck on. It's funny how you remember stuff like that, because there's a pain having to get back and forth back in the day. You'd have to run all the way back.
I think you got stuck on it once.
Mm-hmm.
Was it those barrels, maybe?
It was something. The barrels are notorious in this game, guys. I was thinking of making like a meme video of the barrel in Darver Manor. I don't know. I might still do that, but it was just a silly idea I had in my head to make it like a spoof horror movie type thing, where the barrel claims its next victim.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had a video of himself getting stuck on that barrel years later. When the Sandstorm went up, I was like, yes!
I think that baton that you were talking about came off a guy.
Right down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's in a little hut.
A little hut.
Right there.
Right up there, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was very, very much a coveted item. Everybody wanted that item. It was either this guy or there was somebody in here. I seem to remember a named guy in here.
I do too.
So that hasn't been worked out yet, but that's okay. Once, servers are up or whatever, once people can come in, people will be like, hey, I remember this and that. And somebody mentioned that on Facebook. It's like, yep, that's true. That's when we'll be able to do that kind of stuff. But I think Hagley has to have server functionality first and that sort of thing. So I think that's a little ways off yet, but who knows. And then, of course, you come over here. I don't remember him. I don't remember Colin. You come over here and there's your first sign that there's trouble. It's like, oh, okay. That's weird. And then you would hear them. Now remember, guys, we can't hear the sound effects, but you would hear them. As soon as you start to come down, you would hear the chittering or something. And it was creepy, dude, because, like I said, this game, there was a lot to risk. When you died, it really stunk. And you come down here, and oh, look how creepy that is.
It does. It looks very creepy.
The first time I saw a Drachnid, I recoiled in horror. Just the very thought of a
so cool.
half spider, half dark elf is just creepy. But they are cool. They are definitely cool. And when you pulled a bunch of them, it wasn't fun. You're not getting out of here. Look how big they were. Look how big the body was.
I know, they were
wow. Yeah, they were pretty big. And they're not alone, though. They've got a queen. And she's up
Yeah, she is.
There she is. The Spider Queen. Didn't she drop the Spider Queen's robe or something like that? What was it that we wanted from her?
I don't remember. I don't remember a lot.
Well,
all I seem to say.
That's just fine because you see these doors.
Yeah.
Behind door number 3. No.
Yeah.
I have no idea which door. Yeah, there's a door, guys, and it leads down to the bottom of this hellhole. And I'm not sure which one it was. Memory just doesn't kick in. And
No.
so we're going to be going through a little bit of a trial and error here, trying to figure out which door it is. So we're going to just kind of zip along. Get right out of town. There's no... no way. Is this it?
I hope
Did
so.
I just stumble directly
so.
into it? I think we might have, because it goes down right away.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, stalker? Don't stalk me, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? Didn't follow.
Lurker.
Kind of feels good to run in here and look at them. It's like, eh.
Yeah, and not have to worry about fighting everything to get through.
Pulling aggro.
Okay, look, the
Yep,
parasite,
here it
remember?
is, the Drachnid, yeah.
No, I don't think this is the area, but maybe it is.
Yeah, because then
Spinner.
you go further, see the
Parasite.
coffins.
Oh, yeah. Fangs, no, this just
Fangzil?
lets down yeah, this just let
Isn't
down
she a
him.
name?
This is a named, yeah, he. Okay, so this is the problem, guys. There were several little, like, alcoves like this that went down little areas, and they would lead down to, like, sub-bosses. And it always stunk when you went down there because you'd end up pulling these guys and you wouldn't want to, and it's like, ah. So it was kind of important to remember where it was. But, yeah. Memory is tricky. 15-year-old. How long was it? I can't remember. Many years. Oh, wow, okay. What? The Maestro of Rancor. Do you remember him?
No.
I don't think this guy was ever up for me. Ever.
No.
I do not remember him. Wow. Okay, so I never fought him. But he's got his little organ over here and his little weird-looking church type thing. And they got the marionettes over here. Thelanezelin? I found something weird over there. Glyph familiar, yep. Grasp. So here's another one. So like I said, there were some named down here. This must have been part of a quest. Maybe it was the Werehunter quest or something. Who knows? So, door number 3. Third time's a charm. No. No, it's not. Thelanezelin. Okay. I don't remember any of these dudes or what they were for. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's just...
I don't know.
It's just kind of frustrating. Oh.
Maybe.
This is a good sign when it goes down like that. Okay. Yep, I think we found it, guys. Drachnid Lurker, Body Snatcher. That is terrifying. Like, that's what you think of when you see these guys just grabbing you and dragging you away into the dark. Ugh. So skeevy. I think this is where I took... Yep, this is where I put the outro for the last video. I was standing right around here. Okay, I don't know if this is the spot, though. Drachnid Stalker. It looks like it's just wrapping around the same area. Wow, this place... I don't remember it being such
like
a maze. Didn't poke.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then it all starts to look the same.
Everything starts to look the same, and now you're already turned around. And it's like, wait, what? Oh no.
Down, maybe right there.
Nope, that doesn't go back and around. I don't think. Arg. This is quite the conundrum.
I don't know.
But you can see how rapidly this becomes rather boring. So, well, we're just gonna get to where we find it because otherwise we're gonna do this for another hour. All right, so we cheated. I typed in a name and where I knew I was going to be able to get to him, so we had to come past these glyph familiars and down into this little area right here. Yep. Whoops. See, I'm getting confused. I just came up through here, and here it is. This is the bottom area, and there were tales of a vampire lord down here, and you did not want to be down here when he spawned. And I remember we were always nervous about it. We're like, man, I hope he doesn't spawn. But I think in order to spawn him, somebody had to actually trigger him. He had to be triggered as part of a quest.
Yeah.
And, he was a mean son of a gun. Where was he? Yeah, right over here.
Over there. By the coffins.
Yeah. Mayong Mistmore. I never seen him. Did you ever see him?
I did.
Did you?
Yes.
You must have fought him then. Because if you saw him,
Yeah,
you were fighting him.
Yes,
he didn't just come by and
No.
hang out. Look out,
Oh,
little
no.
kitty. No.
It was a guild effort thing.
There's an Abigail trying to crash the party. Look out. But yeah, this was probably a big effort for you guys. And he would rampage,
fun,
I
yeah.
think,
Yeah.
after a certain amount of time, and he'd just take you out. So you had to put him down quick. I just remember going after the bride of Mistmore down here for her robe.
Yeah.
She had a purple robe, I think it was.
We farmed that or that. We did.
We farmed it for a while, and it was actually going for a decent amount of Tunaria at first until it just got farmed down into the ground. You know, it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Feykind staff started to do that as well, guys. People got wind of it, and the value on the Feykind went way down. And then we started to hang on to them because we're like, all right, I'm not selling it for peanuts. It'll go back up later on.
And it did.
But I remember standing up on these rocks. Not this one over here, because that was probably suicide.
No, I think it was more
Over here, right?
Yeah.
This one right here, I think we stood up on top of. It's funny how you just remember stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it would get you up and away from them. That was probably a false sense of security. They probably didn't break their line of sight or anything. But maybe it did. Because I remember line of sight was really important in this game. But yeah, lots of really good memories down here. I'd probably have to put it like in the top 3.
Between that and the Solace. Farming for the rings.
So, oh yeah, Sylith rings. I almost didn't bring that up, guys. Yeah, Sylith rings. Come on, kitty, stop. You're gonna disconnect my controller. Go lay down. Yeah, Sylith rings were farmed. And what were those for? XP? Wasn't that a repeatable? Yep. So they started to add repeatable type quests where you could hand in rings for XP. Same thing with toe giant rings or whatever it was. But yeah, definitely good memories. The cat's trying to sabotage everything. Guys, we're getting kind of close to the 40-minute mark. I don't know where we're going next, but like I said before, you'll see at the end with the outro. If you like this video, please remember to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already, and we look forward to seeing you all in the next video.
Goodbye, everybody.